Who owns Apple? Who owns Microsoft? Who owns Amazon? Who owns Coca-Cola? And who owns the house you want to buy but can't afford? If you look at the shareholders of almost every major company in America, you will see the same name at the top of the list: BlackRock. Most people have heard the name, but very few understand what they actually do. They are not a bank, they are not a hedge fund. They are something much more powerful. They are the shadow government of the global economy. They manage over $10 trillion in assets. That is more than the GDP of Germany and Japan combined. If BlackRock were a country, it would be the third richest superpower on Earth, right behind the USA and China. But the scary part is not the money, it is the machine. They have a secret weapon called Aladdin. In this video, we are going to uncover the hidden logic of BlackRock. We will see how one man, Larry Fink, built an empire that controls everything from your pension fund to the price of gasoline. To understand BlackRock, we have to understand the biggest shift in financial history: passive investing. Before BlackRock, if you wanted to invest, you had to pick stocks. You had to choose Apple or Ford. But in the 1990s, the financial world invented ETFs, exchange-traded funds. Instead of picking one company, you buy a basket of all the companies. It sounds great, it's cheap, it's safe. But here is the trick. When millions of people give their money to BlackRock to invest in the S&P 500, BlackRock takes that money and buys the shares. You own the economic value, but they own the vote. Imagine a presidential election where one guy holds 20% of all the votes. He decides who wins. That is Larry Fink in the corporate world. He can walk into the office of the CEO of ExxonMobil or Disney and tell them what to do. If they don't listen, he can use his voting power to fire them. This creates a conflict of interest that has never existed before. Think about it. BlackRock is the largest shareholder of Coca-Cola, but they are also the largest shareholder of Pepsi. They own Ford, but they also own GM. They own United Airlines, but they also own Delta. In a normal market, Coke and Pepsi are supposed to fight each other to lower prices for you. But if the same guy owns both of them, why would he want them to fight? He wants stability. He wants high profits. Economists call this common ownership. It kills competition. And it might be the reason why prices are so high today. That the real power of BlackRock is not human. It is digital. It is a supercomputer called Aladdin. Aladdin stands for Asset, Liability, Debt and Derivative Investment Network. It is the most sophisticated financial AI in history. It monitors every single trade, every stock, every bond, and every risk in the world, 24 hours a day. It is so powerful that even the US government uses it. In the 2008 financial crisis, the government didn't know which banks were toxic. So they called Larry Fink. They asked BlackRock to manage the bailout. Think about the irony. The government asked a private company to save the financial system using a private robot. Today, Aladdin manages not just BlackRock's money, but the money of Vanguard, State Street, and even the pension funds of Japan. It is estimated that Aladdin watches over $21 trillion of assets. If Aladdin breaks, the global economy breaks. We have moved from too big to fail banks to too big to fail software. Larry Fink recently wrote letters to CEOs telling them they need to focus on ESG, environmental, social, and governance. He says companies must be woke and green. Conservatives hate him because they say he is forcing a political agenda. Liberals hate him because they say he is greenwashing and funding oil companies anyway. But Larry Fink doesn't care about politics, he cares about risk. He believes that climate change is an investment risk, and because he controls the money, he makes the rules. This is the new reality of capitalism. It is not run by voters, it is not run by consumers. It is run by the asset managers, the big three: BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street. But here is the final plot twist. We look at BlackRock and think they are the top of the pyramid, but who owns BlackRock? If you check the shareholders of BlackRock, the number one name on the list is not Larry Fink. It is another company, a company that is even more mysterious. A company that is technically owned by nobody. In our next video, we are going to expose the silent giant that stands behind BlackRock. See you in the Vanguard video. Please subscribe my channel.